Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Welcome back to our series on the profound teachings of the Quran. In today's episode, we explore the Quran's lessons on compassion and empathy. Compassion is a central theme in the Quran, and it's a quality highly regarded in Islam. The Quran teaches us to be empathetic and caring toward all of Allah's creation, be it humans, animals, or nature itself. One of the key verses that emphasizes compassion is found in Surah Al-Anbiya, "And we have not sent you, O Muhammad, except as a mercy to the worlds." This verse highlights the Prophet Muhammad's role as a source of mercy and compassion for all of humanity. The Quran encourages believers to be compassionate to those in need. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah says, "The believers are only those who, when Allah is mentioned, their hearts become fearful, and when His verses are recited to them, it increases them in faith, and upon their Lord they rely." This verse teaches us that true believers are deeply affected by the mention of Allah and His verses, and their faith increases. One of the outcomes of this faith is compassion, as they rely on Allah in all aspects of their lives. The Quran also reminds us to show empathy and kindness to our parents. In Surah Al-Isra, Allah says, "And your Lord has decreed that you not worship except Him, and to parents, good treatment, whether one or both of them reach old age, while, with you, say not to them so much as, uff, and do not repel them, but speak to them a noble word." This verse underscores the importance of being compassionate and respectful to our parents, even when they grow old and may be in need of our care. One of the most beautiful aspects of the Quran's teachings on compassion is the treatment of orphans. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah instructs us, "And they ask you about orphans. Say, improvement for them is best." This verse reminds us to treat orphans with care and provide for their well-being. It's a powerful call to action to protect and support the most vulnerable members of our society. Compassion is not limited to humans in the Quran's teachings. The Quran emphasizes the importance of treating animals with kindness and mercy. In Surah Al-An'am, it is written, "There is no creature on the earth or bird that flies with its wings except that they are communities like you." This verse highlights the interconnectedness of all living beings on earth and encourages us to be compassionate toward animals and nature. The Quran also teaches us to be compassionate to those who are less fortunate. In Surah Al-Hajj, Allah instructs us, "And they are those who, if we give them authority in the land, establish prayer and give zakah and enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong. And to Allah belongs the outcome of all matters." This verse shows that those in authority should use their power to establish justice, pray, and provide for the welfare of the less fortunate. Compassion is at the core of their responsibilities. Empathy is another crucial element of compassion. The Quran encourages us to put ourselves in others' shoes and understand their feelings and struggles. In Surah Al-Kashr, it is written, "And those who, before them, had homes and had adopted the faith, Love those who emigrated to them and find not any want in their breasts of what the emigrants were given, but give them preference over themselves, even though they are in privation. This verse tells us that true believers love and support those who migrate for the sake of their faith, even if they themselves are in need. It's a powerful demonstration of empathy and compassion. The Quran's teachings on compassion extend to various aspects of life. In our daily interactions, we should be considerate, patient, and understanding. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah says, "And do not consume one another's wealth or send it, in bribery, to the rulers in order that they might aid in obtaining the means of the earth, while you have the means of the earth. But you will not achieve righteousness until you spend in the way of Allah from that which you love. And whatever you spend, indeed, Allah is knowing of it." This verse reminds us not to exploit or harm one another, but to spend from what we love in the way of Allah. It's a call to compassion and generosity in our dealings with others. Compassion is not only about showing kindness to those who are close to us, but also to strangers and those in need. The Quran encourages us to feed the hungry, help the needy, and care for the oppressed. In Surah Al-Insan, Allah says, "And they give food in spite of love for it to the needy, the orphan, and the captive." This verse underlines the importance of feeding the needy and helping those in difficult circumstances, even when it may be a sacrifice for us. It's a testament to the compassionate nature of believers. In a world filled with division and conflict, the Quran's teachings on compassion and empathy are a guiding light. They remind us to be merciful to one another, to animals, and to nature itself. Compassion and empathy are the building blocks of a just and caring society. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Quran's teachings on compassion and empathy. Please subscribe to our channel and share the knowledge you've gained. Together, we can spread the divine wisdom of Islam and become more compassionate and empathetic individuals. May peace and blessings be upon you all. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.